Chapter 51 Soul-Seizing Xue Yu. Xue Fanxin walked up to Jiushang and reached out to touch his guqin. However, she withdrew her hand halfway and said to him ingratiatingly, "Ninth Imperial Uncle, can you teach me the sound killer technique? You want to learn the art of music?" Jiushang did not have any shocked expression on his face. Instead, he looked serious. "That's right, isn't killing your enemy with music cool? Ninth Imperial Uncle, can you teach me? Then we'll have to see your sincerity." Sincerity? Xue Fanxin did not quite understand. After thinking about it, she immediately smiled brightly and walked behind Jiushang, massaging his shoulders and back. "Ninth Imperial Uncle, you came to help me deal with the enemy at night. You must be tired, right? Let me give you a massage." Jiushang did not expect Xue Fanxin to have such a cute side. To learn music from him, her attitude actually took a 180-degree turn. Not only was she friendly to him, but she also tried to curry favor with him. It was very interesting. Actually, he already planned to teach her music. Being able to see her cute side was an additional gain. "This is for you." A blue jade flute and a book appeared out of thin air in Jiushang's hand. He passed them behind him. Xue Fanxin immediately took the items over and looked at the blue jade flute. It was crystalline and beautiful. Although she did not know what this jade flute was made of, she knew at a glance that it was no ordinary item. And that book, Soul-Seizing Art. "Jiushang, what's this? The jade flute in your hand is called the Xue Yu flute. It is forged from the 10,000-year crystal of the heavenly snow mountain. Coupled with the soul-seizing art, it can unleash its true power. It is not only a musical instrument, but also a weapon. You can bind it with your blood. From now on, this Xue Yu flute will belong to you." Bind it with blood? Xue Fanxin bit her finger, dropping a blood drop on the jade flute. After the Xue Yu flute absorbed the blood drop, it emitted a magical blue light. It enveloped Xue Fanxin and finally entered her body. At the same time, the flute in her hand disappeared. "Where's the flute? It is already merged with you. When you want it to come out, it will." Jiushang walked over and explained. At the same time, he cast a spell on her. Xue Fanxin did not know what Jiushang had done to her. She only felt the warm force in her body. It was comfortable. She controlled her thoughts and willed the Xue Yu flute to come out. As expected, a blue light flashed in the palm of her right hand. The Xue Yu flute had appeared safely in her hand. "Wow, it's so magical. Jiushang, quick, teach me that soul-seizing art." Xue Fanxin couldn't wait to learn how to use this flute and learn the soul-seizing art. This was her first weapon and also her first magical artifact. She was too excited. "Oh, you!" Jiushang did not say much. He only flicked Xue Fanxin's forehead dotingly and started teaching her how to use the Xue Yu flute to play the soul-seizing art. The Xue Yu flute and the soul-seizing art are one. If it were any other instrument, it would be impossible to display the true power of the soul-seizing art. Together, they will merge into one and be called the soul-seizing Xue Yu. Soul-seizing Xue Yu. Xue Fanxin was learning very seriously. At this moment, she did not notice how close she was to Jiushang. Her attention was all on the flute in her hand. However, Jiushang used all the means to approach Xue Fanxin. Because he realized that when he interacted intimately with her, he felt extremely comfortable. Also, perhaps they were really meant to be together.